is a very interesting story that she has to tell. The sovereign Arab country of Qatar, or as the Brits say, Qatar, is the richest country per capita in the world. But in 2004, it was mostly a vast wasteland. Why a young woman moved there? Well, we're going to find out. But it changed her life forever.
Lisa Kirchner wrote a book about her adventure called Hello, American Lady Creature, What I Learned as a Woman in Qatar. It's compared to Elizabeth Gilbert's bestseller, Eat, Pray, Love. Lisa, welcome to Daytime.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So what brought you to Qatar in the first place?
Why?
Well, I had an opportunity there because I was working for Carnegie Mellon University. But the real reason, because I was already working for Carnegie Mellon University, the real reason was that my husband was a journalist, and it was the perfect place to go to set up in a safe and centrally located country and become a freelance foreign correspondent. Al Jazeera English was just starting at that time, and there seemed to be a lot of opportunities to report stories happening there that you don't really get a perspective on when you're here.
So you saw it grow, you saw it develop. How did this experience, I know this is a multi-layered answer, but how did it change your life?
Well, the answer is sort of in the title, because it's what I learned as a woman in Qatar, and really as a woman, because what happened was that he ended the marriage over the telephone after going back to the States, because the freelance foreign correspondent thing didn't really work out.
So he left you in Qatar?
Yes. But since I was the one with the job, it was...
And you're the only woman who was not a Muslim in that country at the time, pretty much.
No. There were plenty of other women, but not so many in the workforce, and not so many that were the primary breadwinners. But that aside, what I really discovered in meeting the women there was that there was a way to be absolutely free and happy regardless of your life circumstances.
Okay, we've got some photographs we want to take a look at, and we're going to get you to explain to us, what is that? Where was that?
Yes, that is downtown. That's the mall. There are many malls there, because really the climate is life-threatening. If you go outside, you may die.
It's oppressive.
Right. And so this was... But the reason I photographed this is because of the construction. It's really just a sea of scaffolding and cranes. It was more an impression of what was to come than an actual sort of cityscape.
Did you have to cover up the whole time when you were out in public?
No. In Qatar you don't. In Saudi Arabia you do, but in Qatar you don't.
All right, so did you take up yoga there, or had you been doing yoga?
No. Well, you know, between like real sports, when I was injured, you know, I thought it was a good stretch. And then when I was there, I was introduced to the practice of Ashtanga yoga by somebody who had studied in India with Sri K. Patabi Joyce. And it was an amazing, life-changing experience. And it was really through that I was able to kind of slow, because I was like a smoke and coffee marketing director, like, and, you know, I needed to slow it down.
Is that your instructor?
That is. Oh, Valerie, love her. That was us out on a desert trip, and I looked pretty happy in that shot.
Yeah,
That's toward the end, and what really started to happen was I was able to enjoy the life that I was having.
Was it starting to feel like home for you, or were you always kind of pining and wanting to come back?
It's a country that at that time didn't have a bookstore, and nobody seemed to mind.
Okay.
And so it didn't feel quite like my home.
Culturally deprived.
Yeah, but you know, I have to say, to the credit of the ruling family, they're really working actively to change that, because I actually went back. And I went back for the Tribeca Film Festival. And I was, the country had changed so much. There was a bookstore at that point, and I was housed in the Museum of Islamic Art, which was an IMH building that was spectacular.
Wow.
I mean, I got to look out at the Persian Gulf, and I was in this beautiful building.
We have such a strange perception of what people are like there, what life is like there. If you can just send a message to everybody who's watching right now.
It would really be that the people there have the same wants and desires as we do here, and on a basic level, rather than fear other people, the best thing that we can do is try to understand and love.
All right, fascinating stuff. Lisa Kirchner, thank you so much. And the book again is Hello, American Lady Creature, What I Learned as a Woman in Qatar.
We'll be right back. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.